What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Meet the Critters. I am Kyle.
I'm Joe.
Oh, it's like we
Perfect.
planned that. That was fantastic. So we're back. We are having a nice, low-key, just kind of BS episode of us just chatting. We're going to be introing a new collaboration we're going to be doing. So we're going to have a pretty fun month of having a bunch of guests on. We're doing a collaboration with Tyler from Evergreen Farm. I feel awful that I forgot about that. We got Cruz coming back. Tiffany from Backyard Butchery is looking to start a YouTube channel. So we're going to get her involved with her G-spots. Gloucester Old Spots. I love that name. I think that's hysterical. Right, child. Forgot it. Yeah, come on.
He's been begging to come on here and talk to you in person because for some reason I'm not a bad enough influence on my own children.
Right.
They have to. They chose
I mean,
Kyle as an influencer for them.
Yes. So yeah, we're gonna have everybody back on. We're all going to put out videos, have everyone back on the podcast, and we're just going to break down our pig breeds because we all have fairly drastic, or not fairly drastic, but we all have different breeds that we're going for, and we're going to explain why, like whether it's where we're located in the country or just our personal reasons for why we want to grow our pork that way. So it should be fun. Be a fun month coming up.
Straighten up. Kick you outside in the cold.
You're on air, son.
Yeah. This is live, boy. But I'm pretty excited for it. Like we were talking right before the show, I've got such a list of different breeds.
Danae, you know better. Canadian Farmstead, the poor kid. But yeah, so that should be interesting.
So we got quite the mix of different breeds. Tiffany's the only one that's got anything that's all purebred.
Yeah. So. We're up here being mongrels.
Yeah, whatever.
It's fine. Matches us.
Yeah. Goes with the rest of the farm.
Yeah, exactly. So how's life? What's going on?
She's keeping busy. Had another cow to slaughter today and get in the cooler. Got 2 lined up for Monday. Did a couple pigs this week. I'm going to be doing a couple more of my own next week. Possibly going to try doing some videos of that. I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison of the half Mangalitsa and one of my old spot commercial style crosses side-by-side to show everybody the differences in pork chop size, fat content, the whole 9 yards. So been working on I've got a few new videos that I've been working on, but for some reason, all my tech stuff has been screwed up. I had my is the butcher stealing your meat beef video just about done, and something happened with that. I'm not quite sure what happened. It's not deleted, but it's not
saving.
It's not working right. It's like glitching out or something. So I got to figure that out. I started refilming it the other night. So yeah, it's been interesting, but that's why I haven't got any content out, because I went like this week. That was my plan, is to get beginning of the week, try to get that video out. And then, at the end of the week, we're going to be launching that, the videos with the pigs. So
I just want to take a moment to yell at one of our top fans, Rachel, who we love, says there is more to life than pork chops. No, there's not. There isn't.
Just bacon.
Just bacon. But yeah, no. So for all the viewers of my content, you might have noticed there has been a slight decrease in everything coming out. We've been taking a little light this week. Just a whole plethora of things. I'm in the middle of quitting smoking, so that's fun. I'm a real fun person to be around right now. I know. Thumbs up. It's good for me. It needs to happen. So we are on day 3 of no smoking, or day 2 of no smoking, 2.5. But it's been interesting, as it always is. It's way easier than quitting booze, so that's good. Again, I feel awful saying this to a child.
Nothing he hasn't heard.
No, I know.
He's a mature 5-year-old. He's my
He's a very
right-hand
mature
man.
5-year-old. But yeah, so I'm just bouncing around doing that stuff. And then honestly, I've mentioned it a couple times on here. Business has just been really slow for us. And it's the time of year. I will take some of the blame that marketing isn't my greatest strong suit. So we haven't had much business in the shop the past month or so. So we're working around that. So there really hasn't been much content to film out of there. I've done a lot of content around the farm, but there's not much going on around the farm right now either, just because of just everything else going on. Just winter and everything's just kind of locked down. So we're going to get some stuff out this week. We're going to do the pig collab video. I am going to, I forgot to tell you this before the show. We're going to be putting Nino in our freezer.
Oh, figure that you just.
Yeah. It's one of those things where we had a couple people interested, then nobody came through. It's hard to sell a boar, especially a piglet. Like if someone's buying a boar, there are so many boars around that it's like you can just buy one that's already ready to go, just like I just did. So it's to try and sell a 5-month-old. It's not great, but it's one of those the options are I could pay a vet to castrate him because I'm not like I could, but I don't want to. Like he's a good 100 pounds, 110 pounds right now. And his nuts are huge. I don't want to play that game. I don't.
You don't want to play
I know we're getting close.
Football?
Huh?
You don't want to play catch the football?
I don't. I really don't. So we could take him to the vet, have to pay to get that done, and I don't really care to do that. Or I could build a new pen with completely frozen ground and snow everywhere.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. He's a good pig. He would have made a great boar for somebody, but it'll also give me the option to kind of get a sneak peek on what this cross does.
Yeah.
Like, obviously he's not going to be super fat, but also at the same time, they're little chunkers. So he could still very well have a fat layer on him. I'm literally just going to do butterfly chops. Both hams whole, and more than likely the whole front shoulder whole. Like I'll cut the shanks off and that's it. So that way we got a bunch of crock pot stuff, maybe some sausage.
Yeah.
Also, it'll get me in the shop. I was talking to Nicole the other night and I'm like, it kind of scares me how much putting down animals is important to my mental health at this point in life.
Yeah, I was we're not super busy ourselves. I mean, we have enough to keep me busy,
right?
But we're not like booking out. You know, we're only booking out a week or two ahead at a time. Don't chug all that. But yeah, so we're right there too. Like we're on that borderline of we've been pushing out some new flyers and, you know, we're building more of that customer and farmer lists. That's been going pretty decent. We've had new customers almost weekly stopping in, just asking questions, checking out the shop. So I definitely get the trying to get the marketing down and trying to get stuff going. Like for us, we have to stay fairly consistent with all our overhead that we have right now.
Right.
So it gets worrisome when you're like coming up on a week and it's like, I got to get something in. Like next week, I've got 2 beef scheduled for our business partner. He's got like 17 head, I think he said, of various breeds, and he's got 2 of them sold. So we're going to get those in. I just finished selling for a local farmer down the road. So I'm going to try scheduling those. I completely forgot about calling them today. I had so many people in and out picking up meat, and I was trying to get that one skinned and quartered. And so, and then we had a birthday party to go to right before this. So always fun.
Always fun. Yeah. And it's hard because like I tell people, it's hard to manifest animals. Like when you're in a northern climate and again, we're not where you are. Like you have agriculture all year round everywhere. We do too, but not to that extent.
Yeah.
Like it just is what it is. So we're playing around with it. We're figuring it out. I was telling you before we got on the show, we timed our litter for next year to be ready to go into the shop around January, February. So I'm like, all right, cool. That gives us a buffer. That gives us something to fall back on. And it's another hard thing, which it's not a bad thing. Like, I do have such a good customer base that are very loyal, and they're just been fantastic. But because they're very loyal and because I'm loyal to them, I get them in all the time. So I had 4 people like when they picked up, and that's when I knew I was scared that's when I got scared around December. When all of my regular customers were like, yeah, we've never had to deal with this to where we can get our beef in at any time. Like, so you actually did everything. Like, we don't have anything left to kill. Like, you've done an amazing job and got us through everything. And I'm like, oh crap.
Yeah, it's tough, like spacing all that out. Like technically I have 3 feeders left that I didn't kill yet. And then I've got 2 sows that didn't breed that need to be coming through the shop. So I really need to get them killed. So I'm not feeding them, but at the same time, I'm using them to fill in those short weeks like we had the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking that we're going to keep the one old spot cross feeder gilt back as a replacement for one of our sows, because I wasn't expecting to have to kill 2 sows. Right. So we'll still have 3 breeding sows for now. And then I talked about in the video something that I'm planning on bringing in as a replacement, 1 or 2. So I'm pretty excited about those. Me and you've talked about it, but I don't want to give it away right now.
Right. Yeah, and I don't even know if I mentioned it on this show. I just did, but it's our boar. Our girls went back into heat, and our boar did his job. He was going after it for a couple days, so we're hoping that he got him this first time, and we don't have some late litters, but we'll see. Like, this is my first time running two or a sow and a gilt at the same time, so we'll have 2 litters this spring, which will be interesting.
I mean, as good as Tally did, and that other one.
Oh, I'm not worried about Tally, and honestly, Fiona's so good. Like, it's the Herefords are just so good. They're so calm, and I'm still shocked how good Red is. Like, the boar that we got.
Yeah,
he's a sweetheart. He's still a little standoffish sometimes. Like, he's still a little like, because I honestly haven't been spending as much time in there, like, because everything is pretty much, there's no chores to do because everything's frozen. So it's just like, okay, here you go. Here's your water.
Yeah.
But the times I've been in there, he'll come right up, ear scratchies, like, not like Senor. I don't think I will ever run into a pig like Senor. That was insane. But yeah, he got up there, did his job quite a bit. And we're hoping that it took. And it was a very short cycle. Like, it was pretty quick. So who knows?
Yeah, good. Yeah, I think that you putting it out, that litter is going to be time perfect to get them in this time of year. So you're actually keeping yourself busy. Like you said, it's kind of a therapy thing. You need to stay active. You can spread those out through that slow time, but it's also, you're getting the money from the meat too. So that's a steady income through that slow time for you guys, which is, a great thing to have. That's what we're doing. To be honest with you, because now I'm buying so much hay for the cows, all my pig money is going to feed the cows right now that I've made. So
Canadian Farm says he's just trying to set boundaries with you, Kyle. Yeah. But
we always got a jokester in here.
Always jokester. Well, speaking of jokes, seeing as a bunch of people think it's a joke, I'm going to take a moment to use my platform that I've created to send out a message. If you're on Telegram, you already know what this message is. I sent in, and I should have uploaded the audition video to show everyone the beginning because it's freaking hysterical. I sent in an audition tape to be on Survivor. season 47 or 48. So I've wanted to do it forever. I think I've done it like once or twice, but it was real half-assed, like whatever, let's just put it out. This time I'm like, all right, I have the editing skills now. I have some, like, not somewhat of a platform. We have a platform. There's a bunch of people here. And a community now that I'm like, all right, I'm going to try and make this work. Like, we're going to figure it out. So I sent in my audition tape, and I have put together somewhat of an email campaign to email CBS casting services and try to get me on the show. So if all of you look in the description of this YouTube video, you will scroll down and there is a copy paste pre-done out note that you can copy and paste into an email that is directly underneath that. And all you got to do is press send, come back, say done. And there's 8 people in here right now. So that's 8 more people that are going to CBS and going, hey, yeah, is it a drop in the bucket? Sure. But you never know where a ripple goes. So we'll see.
Yeah. It'd be cool. Like everybody else said in the Telegram, I think we got to push how many more viewers you're going to get just because none of us have TV or watch TV anymore.
Well, that's the funniest part. The amount of people I've told, and like every single person goes, I'll start watching TV again. Like I will buy a streaming service just to watch you on this show. And it's ridiculous. Like, I've watched it forever. Like, I grew up with a single mom. So that was our thing. Like, that was the first time I got to stay up late, was like when Survivor came on. So that was like all through school, took a break from it. And now we have Paramount. So like Nicole had never watched it. So over the past couple of years, we've just done binges of it where we'll watch 3 seasons in a row.
Yeah.
And you turn into like, if no one has ever watched it, it's campy, but it's so fun. Like, especially if you're into a season for a while, like you just get connected to all of these people and you hate so many people, and it's just fun to yell at the TV. So yeah, I'm hoping that enough ripples will kind of take notice. I even tagged the casting director in a video. Like, I uploaded the video on TikTok and tagged the casting director for CBS in the video. Like, I'm going all out. Yeah. So if you folks can do that for me, that would be amazing.
Have you gone back and listened to Brian's morning at
I sure did. The fact that half of his morning show is dedicated to me, I felt honored. And then it's like, I wish I was in there, because I would have been the entire episode. If I was in there commenting back and forth, it would have just been the Kyle episode of the Lots Project.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, but I mean, again, it is what it is. I told Nicole, I was like, are you going to be mad if, like, I get this? Because for those who don't know, I was going on Naked and Afraid. I went through the selection process somewhat, and like I was selected to be on an episode of Naked and Afraid. And my oldest would have been 2 months old when I left. My wife was pregnant, and it did not go well. It was not a fun conversation. And I did not end up going on Naked and Afraid. So I'm like, are you going to stop? If I get selected for 2 different survival reality shows, are you really going to say no to the second one? She's like, I can't. Like, I literally can't say no if you get this.
So I got a question. Are you sure it was Naked and Afraid, or was it Finding Bigfoot?
I mean, one and the same. It was going to be the North Dakota episode. I'm like, yeah, so you just want me to get shot because I'm like... Yep.
But, 6 foot something, big hairy guy naked out in the woods.
Look at that horsetail. It's got to be Bigfoot.
All the rednecks. We finally found him.
We got him. Why does he wear glasses? Gosh. But yeah, so we'll see. It'll be interesting to see how that goes, and everyone will be up to date on that, because I don't think I could shut up about it. But again, I'm also using it as one of those things. Like, that was the final push for me to stop smoking. Like, for those who have never smoked cigarettes and have never quit cigarettes, there does come a moment where you're still a consistent cigarette smoker and hate every second of it. Like, you look at it and just go, why am I even doing this? And just throw out half a cigarette. Because it's like, I feel like crap. Like, I'm wheezing going upstairs. What are we doing? So, what a Canadian Farmstead. Canadian Farmstead says, Bigfoot, we're sitting down on the crick on a rock, smoking, drinking Red Bull. Nope, just drinking a Red Bull now.
I kept making sounds at him, and every once in a while I'd look around, but it didn't do nothing.
He just kept calling me a bitch. I didn't know he could do that.
So how long is that? Like, if you did get on there, how long you going to be gone for?
They shortened it, so now it's 26 days.
Oh,
but I think it's a month. Like, you're gone for a month.
Yeah, by the time you fly,
right? And when COVID happened, they like bought an island. Like, they bought an island in Fiji and just built everything there. So it's like they're calling it the new era. I just watched the newest season the other night. I'm like, they're calling it the new era because of how they're doing it. And there are people back and forth whether or not it's good or not. I think it's good. I think it's different, but they shortened it. It's more action packed. It just so it's about a month, and we'll see. Like, but the hard part is it's like, you don't get paid until the finale. Like, you don't get paid until it all films.
Yeah. Because
the people don't know. Like, that's how it works. Like, for those who don't know, it's like you're on the island, you get to the final 2 or 3 people. They did change it somewhat, so it might be different now. But like OG Survivor, it was like everyone's on the island, everyone goes through everything. You get to the final 2, everyone on the jury votes to who they want to win. And then 5 months or 6 months later, they have a live reunion show where those people find out right there 6 months later. So they did change it up slightly now, but I'm like, that's the only tough part about it, where you're gone for a month and then you don't get paid for 6 or 5 or 6.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. My thoughts on it are: 1, I've always wanted to do it. 2, I'm using it for motivation. 3, why not? Like,
exactly.
We'll see.
Gonna have to teach me how to run this whole thing so I can at least keep the show going for you.
We'll do
those 4 weeks. We'll do live reviews of the episodes.
Well, that's the crazy thing about it is, as a contestant, you watch it come out live. So it's like you're home.
Yeah.
That's why
So I'm not going to be able to do reviews.
No.
I'm going to have to pull Tyler in as my guest co-host while you're gone to fill in.
Right. Perfect. There we go. But yeah, that was always the best part of the reunions, was everybody who was on the show just watched the show. So all the confession stuff, Joe just Tyler from Evergreen Farm, Joe just calling backup. But yeah, so the reunion shows were spicy because everybody who thought they had alliances with people just saw them laughing at them on live TV. So it's like, I know. On Brian's show, The Lost Project, the other day, when they were talking about it, I was dying, because they're just like, I can't imagine. Like Corey, his wife, was like, I wouldn't pay to be on this show, and he's like trying to. I love the drama. I love it. I want to stir that pot. I've been out of customer service for too long. Like, I miss it. I miss the drama.
I told Danae, I said, I've always hated drama. Like, I always want to stay out of it. But now I'm here by myself. And literally, I think I talk to you the most out of anybody. Yeah. So when local people come in and they're like, did you hear about so-and-so?
Oh my God. Like, when you start working for, what happened? Who's that?
Yeah. What's going on now? Because I don't get out to town very often. It's like once every 3 weeks, I go down and fill up my truck. Yeah. And if I have to leave to go get feed, which the Amish drama I hear every week from Eli anyway when I'm picking up feed, but I
Of course
don't get all the interaction anymore.
Right. Oh yeah, no. As soon as you start working for yourself and you're alone all the time, all you want is drama. That's all you want. Because it's like, I got nothing else.
I got podcasts right now.
Yeah. Oh, I've got some podcasts to send you. I don't know if it'll work for your sensitive disposition or just might be a little too rough for you.
I need to find some different stuff to listen to because I've listened to so much stuff lately between all the research behind the keto and carnivore diets and regenerative ag and finishing grass-fed animals. And then I've been catching up on a lot of Jack Spirko's podcasts and Brian's podcasts.
Right. You need to get some comedy in there. You need to because especially if you're standing in one spot all day, you need some comedy in there.
Yeah.
Like I found that out because it's like I used to listen to like 3 episodes of Tim Pool, Drinking Bros, and like another geopolitical show. Like those days, I didn't come in happy. Like because I was just like the world's crap. The world's falling apart. But then I'll have a day where all I listen to is like Legion of Skanks, Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast, like Stuff Island, all of the comedy ones. And I'm like, I don't care about anything. Like the day was great. I just giggled all day.
Yeah. I need to listen to some more Shane's videos. I really enjoy his content.
You should check out his podcast. Like his podcast is great.
Have you sent me a link to his podcast?
I won't, but I will. Or I haven't, but I will.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It's great. Because I've listened to them for crap. Like
you said,
I don't even know how many years it's been since before he got SNL.
Mm-hmm.
Like before he got SNL, before he got fired. Like I was listening. It had to have been 6-7 years now. Like one of my skulls was hanging in their old studio. I sent him one. So I was like, hey, I'm a huge fan of your content. Here you go. So for all of the older episodes where they were at Matt's brother's house, like, and I'm pretty sure it's still at that studio. There's just a massive American flag with a Highlander skull above it.
Restoration Agriculture by Mark Shepard. Let's check that one out. Oh, yeah. We both clicked on it.
We both clicked it on the same time.
Go ahead.
Oh, Linda. Linda works at the grain store. She's great. Sent from 3 different emails. Thank you.
It's going to be one of those hometown things. That's Kyle. And everybody's going to be at the local bar watching your Survivor episodes.
I already have it planned. My uncle owns a movie theater, and they love Survivor. So guess what? Our first episode's getting watched at the movies. That's me getting voted out first. Awesome. Yeah. As long as that doesn't happen, I'm fine. As long as I'm like don't get voted out first, or like we just watched the season where a dude like the very first challenge, first obstacle is like one of those crawling things under like a rope net, and he just timed it wrong and just slammed his head straight into the like log that was holding the rope up. And he had to get airlifted out like in the middle of the night.
That would suck.
Your brain bleed. It's like
first and only episode. First and only episode. We're watching it in the movie theater.
Yeah. So in the end, like I'm using it all as motivation to get back in shape too. Yeah. Like, because that's the other part of like quitting anything, quitting smoking, quitting drinking, all of it is the best thing for you is to just. It's the massive mantra of I'm bettering myself by doing this. So if I'm already bettering myself by stopping this, let's go ahead and take advantage of this situation and try to get in the best shape you can. So it's like one of my biggest things about getting off this. Every time I'm like, man, I really want a cigarette, I drop and I do 10 push-ups. Like bop down, do 10 push-ups. All right, get back to whatever life is. Like stop being a bitch. Stop being and like get to it. Like it is what it is. So I think I did 120 push-ups today. Jeez. Dude, I've been a 2-pack-a-day smoker for a decade. Yeah. Like it's So yeah, I've been busting out. We got a pull-up bar getting built. I've got a weight bench and everything that I'm gonna readjust in the shop or in the garage to like make it more user friendly and be
Yeah.
able to actually work out. Because I have quit before and you feel amazing. Like
Yeah.
the like 3 months after quitting smoking, you feel like a superhero. Like you realize how bad these things are for you and how much they absolutely drain.
Mm-hmm.
And I've talked to in a couple groups about this where it's just like I'm not exactly looking to like lose weight. Like for my size, I'm
Yeah.
almost underweight for my build and stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not starting at 0. I just have no gas in the tank
Mm-hmm.
because I've been breathing in smog. So
Yeah.
let's just take advantage of all this, get back into shape, and go win $1 million in Fiji.
Yeah, I'm the same way with wanting to switch over to more of a carnivore diet again because when I did it, I felt excellent. I don't need to lose. I've lost like, I want to say when we started, like when I left working full time to stay here at the shop full time, I want to say I was 188 and I'm down to 162, 163
Yeah.
over the
Yeah.
last few months just because I'm not eating junk out on the road. I'm eating a better diet. Switching over to that carnivore diet, it's going to bring the energy and feeling better back.
Well, it's like the past 2 days, again, it's all the time that I would have spent on the porch in the morning drinking my coffee and smoking cigarettes. I got up, cooked some venison steaks. The other day I did green beans. Today I did like broccoli and brown rice, and just like eating. And I'm like, oh, I don't need lunch. Like I'm full.
Yeah.
And I was like around 2:30. I was home with the kids all day, so I was like, I'll have a salad. And then I had steak, broccoli, and rice again tonight. And I'm like, oh yeah, I feel good. Like, because again, I was only like, I think last time I weighed myself, 197. I saw Canadian Farmsteads. Yeah. Canadian Farmstead says, I can't wait to see Kyle versus the Vegan Alliance. If they're smart.
All right, everybody, we got to pay
right.
attention. If he gets into Survivor, every time they do an interview, if he does not plug the podcast and his channels, we're going to have to hound him.
Listen, Kara, she's really making bad moves. Like, she completely backstabbed Julie. I don't know what to do. By the way, I have a podcast every Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time called Meet the Critters. See you there. And then... But yeah, so we're gonna be beast mode for a little while, and I'm pretty excited about it because I do miss being in like stupid shape because I've done this before. I've done this like wave of like being a monster and then just kind of going through life. But it's at the same time our jobs are so labor intensive and just our home life, like we run a farm, so it's not like I didn't go from working out 5 days a week to like then working out never in an office job.
Yeah.
Like we still stay in good shape. But like I said, I just feel like I've got no gas in the tank. So we're going to build that back up and be better.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm pretty excited for you. I'm hoping it works out and you kick it for good this time. So,
yeah. Well, I want to. That's the major difference. That's the only difference this time is I want to quit.
Yeah, like, exactly. That's the thing is you have to want it for yourself. Right. Nobody's going to be able to force you to do it.
The last time in how dare you? How dare you? Canadian Farmstead says build back better, Kyle. I'm going to start smoking again. No, I'm done. That was it. That was all it took. So we're just going to you completely threw me off with that. I had a whole thing I was going to go down. Like it was going to be a good one. That flustered me. Oh,
Gage, what do you think about? Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
You want to talk? What do you think about the pigs? You think it's going to be a cool video?
We tried.
He's still getting over being shy on live camera.
He's doing great.
Keeping everybody entertained with his weird faces and
I'm loving it. It's hysterical. I had some cereal before the podcast. I think it's great.
Why can't I co-host if Kyle goes? Because I deal with you every night already. I still love you.
Bold. That was a bold move.
Get out of here, mommy's boy.
He just gave you a side eye, like
he's been telling me for the last 3 days he's mommy's boy and he's on her side.
Oh. Get engaged. So what's some things coming up with you?
The big things are just trying to get these videos done. I'm really looking forward to the Did the Butcher Steal Your Meat videos.
I'm super excited to see that video.
So
I think you're going to knock it out of the park because you're actually doing like the research on it. That's the hardest part for me is I just don't do any research. And I'm just like, this is what I do.
Yeah. So you're getting more into the editing side of things. I'm getting more into the research side of things with mine. I don't have that visual like you have with being able to put the different clips and stuff, which is awesome. I really enjoy what you're doing with your videos. I don't look at videos like that. Like I can't pick them out of the back of my head and be like, oh, that's going to work good in there, as you're going. So I'm trying to get more research and, back data for the stuff I'm doing. I'm trying to film. We're building a new milk station for the cows so we can start milking again. So we're going to be filming that. That's going to be our part 3 to our barn revamp videos. Excuse you. But yeah, so yeah, we got a lot of stuff that I've got ideas for and filming. But yeah, we got tons of stuff coming up. It's just getting it done and getting it out there. Like I said, I've had a ton of issues with technology lately, so hopefully I can get it all figured out.
It's never a dull moment, and I'm not great with technology. It's amazing. It's amazing I have a multimedia platform. It really is. Like
I'm not that great with technology either. I'm still learning, and like the biggest thing that's really irritating me is the Opus clip thing.
Yeah, we'll get that figured out. That's BS.
I've literally been gone back and forth with these guys for like the last 2 weeks, and they just keep sending me the same. Is this still happening to you? Yes, you haven't fixed it. I don't know what to tell you. Like we're trying to put we haven't put out as many shorts because of it. And now it's not even letting me upload my YouTube videos to it. Have you tried recently?
I haven't, just because you said that there have been issues, so I just haven't.
Yeah. I tried the other day because I was just curious to see if they had fixed it because they emailed me and said that they tried a couple things, and it literally it'll as soon as I hit the get your videos in one click, stop. It just shuts down. It won't load the next page. It just all goes blank. And then when you try to download the videos off the shorts off there to my phone, it's worked on the computer.
Yeah, it works on the computer, not the phone.
Yeah, so I have to get some kind of editor on the computer and just start doing it on there so I can start putting we spent good money on it so we could utilize it for the podcast and our channels, and now we can't use it after 2 weeks of getting good use out of it. And the paid version is a lot nicer from
it's so much nicer. It's so much easier to use.
Yeah. Like it puts out better video clips, I noticed.
Way better. Yeah. Like almost no editing, but it's so nice because you can edit so much in the actual program itself. Yeah. You can add length to it or really get what you want, because a lot of the time it will be pretty on point. Like it'll be like exactly what you want. Yeah. But there could have been 20 seconds that led up to that really make the point of the short home that it just didn't clip out, or it didn't clip out because there may have been a pause there, in conversation. And again, it has to transcribe everything I say, and I don't know what I say half the time. So, but for what it does, it transcribes it pretty good. Like you have to change some stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I haven't played around with it because you only can do the editor on the laptop or on your desktop or laptop. I haven't played around with that much.
The way I've gotten around it is, and it's like I told you the other night after the podcast, is I basically will do it, download it on the computer. I have Telegram on my laptop as well, and you can just set up your own private Telegram group between you and another person, or you and the chat bot or something, and you can send everything to that. But again, I couldn't even download that onto my phone. It wouldn't allow it.
Yep.
So I'd have to upload it into the app itself.
Yeah, Rachel, it's not just me. Kyle's having the same issues on his end too.
Calm down, Rachel. And yes,
trust me,
Rachel,
I went through the whole scenario before I even contacted him.
And Rachel says, one day we'll get a TikTok account because of Kyle. You should. Canadian Farmstead said so. My TikToks are on point. I know. I need to get back to it. I haven't been on in like 3 days because I've just been like, meh, I'm angry.
Yeah. No point in rushing back into it. Get your shit figured out and then hit it hard again.
Right. Because it gets to a point where it's like, then you're just throwing stuff out to throw stuff out. And that's a diminishing return.
Yeah.
Like if you start putting out crap, like you're not going to get followers. If anything, people are going to stop following you.
But, well, like Tim said, last week, he's changed a little bit what he's doing. He's kind of slowed down a little bit, figuring out stuff. He'd rather put out, quality versus quantity. So,
yeah, exactly.
Hi, Hungry. I'm Dad. He should have seen it coming. I do it to him all the time.
He should have. I saw it. As soon as you backed up, I was like, oh, he's pulling out a dad. He's pulling out a dad joke right now. But yeah, so I'm super excited about this collaboration. Like it's been a while since we did one, and I think it helps us all.
Yeah, for sure. It's a nice change of normal routine, I think. Putting out videos, we all get to talk about what we're doing and just kind of pull these guys into the show. Stop messing around. But yeah, come on, quit screwing around. You're not coming back on here ever again.
Oh.
I'm just joking. But yeah, he's a little crazy. He's not sure how to handle it. He's been wanting to come on with us for a long time. Yeah. So, but
Tyler Evergreen Farm says he's been having the same issue with Opus. So it's not just us. All right. Well, that's good to know.
We're working on it, Tyler. I've been going back and forth with these guys for like 2 weeks now. So
these goddamn hillbillies from the East Coast can't figure out this editing program.
Yeah, something.
That's what they're saying. They're saying that out in California. Goddamn hillbillies up here.
Yeah.
Talk about
what
pigs.
What the fuck is wrong with these guys?
Yeah. These idiots. They don't know what they're doing. Oh, wait.
Yeah,
no,
I think
that's actually wrong.
I want to definitely keep doing the collaboration videos and maybe start slowly pulling in some other sure, buddy, you can have that.
Well, what I think
some other channels and stuff that want to hop in on it. Over time, we start getting a rhythm, figure out how it works.
Yeah. Well, what I think is fun about it. Do you have some saltines for him too? Maybe some Pop Rocks?
Something. Lord.
Well, what I think is fun about it too is that we do have them on. Like we have everybody who puts out a collaboration on the show as well. We get to have some fan favorites back, like some of our friends back that we're just talking about this. Like again, like we haven't ventured super far out when it comes to guests. Like I haven't in the original podcast. We haven't now. Like it's all people we know and all people in the community. but it's still fun to have these people on who have been on a bunch, but it's like, hey, we're just talking about this. Like, this is why I do this. This is why you do this. It just works out nice. That's why it'll be nice to have Tiffany on as well, because she's in a completely different part of the country.
Yeah.
So what she does, again, could be very different from what we do and why.
Yeah.
Because me and her have had that conversation where it's like, she does not have Mangalitzes down there. And if she does, they're not great because they're not meant to be in Oklahoma or Texas.
Yeah.
So, again, it's the different things you see like across the country. So it'll be fun. And again, we'll start branching out. We'll start picking up some more people and we'll keep growing this thing. Because
I'm going to reach out. Like I said, I think I've got 3 guests that want to come on now. We just got to get them scheduled.
Right.
2 are local to me. I personally know them.
Perfect.
One's a custom exempt butcher shop. Really good guy. He's helped me out a lot starting our shop. And then the other one, he's got a pretty diversified farm. That one's going to be pretty cool. And then the third one that I just picked up, he's actually, I don't know him personally, but he just started a small YouTube channel. And I happened to stumble across it, and I started watching his videos. He raises Murray Gray cattle down in Virginia, and it's a breed that I've been interested in. So I started following his content, and I emailed him the other day, and I'm excited to see the meat quality on them. They got a steer going into the processor, but I also asked him if he'd be interested in possibly coming on the podcast, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm all for that." He talk about they do they have mushroom farm and the Murray Gray cattle, and there's a couple other things they do on their family farm. So yeah, I think that one will be a good one just to get more breeds too out there for what we're doing. Something different. It's nothing that around. I don't even know anybody like local to me that has Murray Gray cattle.
I've never heard of them. So
yeah, they're pretty cool. I've been doing a lot of research on them. I told Danae, I said maybe we should see how much it is to buy a bull from them and truck it up here from Virginia, because they're a moderate sized breed. That's what I'm looking for. They derived from Australia, like the Angus, like not specifically from Australia, but Australia for some reason is like a huge research.
Are they like the Brahmas?
No, they look like almost similar to a Charolais in color. They're like a dark to light gray.
Hopefully not in temperament.
No, they're supposedly really docile. And from his videos, he's got multiple bulls, and they're like laid back and super chill.
Yeah.
But they're a moderate frame. They're not as big as the Charolais.
Right.
So that's what I'm looking for. So I was asking about meat quality and stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of his videos. He's doing more of doing more rotational grazing and stuff. And so yeah. I think that one will be pretty neat.
No, that'd be cool. And Rachel? No. Rachel Brown says, now we need Kyle's wife on here to gang up on them too. For those who are not in the chat listening to this after the fact, there's some girl power going on in the chat, which we love to have, but my wife doesn't need to be in the comments for this.
There's only 2 girl power. It sounds like a lot of bitching and nagging to me.
Speaking of that, I need a sandwich. No.
I can't complain. My wife's an awesome cook. I will say that.
I can't complain. My wife loves me very much.
Yeah. Yeah, that she does. She can.
I don't know how, but we made it work. Well, we're coming up on an hour here. We'll probably just cut this one a little short just because we're. Yeah. I mean, we can fill 10 minutes just in plugs, but.
Oh, yeah.
Where can everyone find you, buddy?
As always, here with Kyle weekly now on Meet the Critters, and my YouTube channel, Blake's Lakers, our Facebook page, Blake's Lakers. Our email is always open on there. I try to link it in every video now. Trying to get better at that, just so people can reach out and ask us questions and stuff. I've had a lot of local people through the shop lately. I've been trying to help with the YouTube channel and different things with pigs and cattle, and just trying to line up people for with farmers. We had a couple guys stop today that they were hoping we were retail, but we're not. But we're going to link them up with some farms and get them some good local meat. So
yeah. Oh, that's right. We have Tyler from Evergreen Farms coming on next week. So he's the first one. First one of the collaboration. I don't know the plural for that. I completely flubbed that one. He'll be the first one on to talk about his pigs. So.
Yeah. And as far as I know, I think Cruz is good for the week of the 17th.
And
so,
I think we'll have Tiffany on after that. So we will. What did Rachel say? Just so Joe doesn't keep getting ragged on.
I don't mind. I'm used to it.
Yeah,
it's a daily thing.
Exactly. Yeah. So I have to know now, like, did we traumatize you enough with that it's like you just meet people in the grocery store and you're like, oh, by the way, did you know I have a podcast? Like, you just plug it in real life now?
Yeah. I mean, we've been a lot more, not so much out in public, but like if it's someone that's interested in what, something that we're doing, like I'll say, hey, I've got a YouTube channel. I'm on a podcast weekly now. If it's stuff that you're looking for, check it out. And I picked up a couple of subscribers this week by doing that. And,
it's fun. It's fun to like all of a sudden be like.
For a long time, I was like, it's kind of weird. I don't want to say anything
weird.
At first, but now
we're not the people. We're not the people made for this. It's really funny that we're here,
and especially like our family and friends, like everyone. They're like, it's so weird that Joe does this. Like he's making friends online, and it's weird.
Of course, last 10 minutes of the show, dog freaks out, needs to go out. Never fails. Yeah, that's the weirdest thing about it. And again, like, have you had people come up, be like, hey, I watch your channel. Like, it's great.
I've had one person do that. And it was like early on, like it caught me off guard. I'm like, how'd you know about my channel? I got like 20 subscribers.
I had a dude come up to me at the fair. Like my fair I've gone to every year growing up. Out of nowhere. I was there alone with 2 kids fighting with a bag of popcorn and a 4-year-old. And a dude just walks up and goes, you're the backwoods butcher, right? And I'm like, I can't, my mind can't compute what's happening right now.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. Thank you so much for watching. Put the fucking popcorn down. Like, it's always fun.
No, well, I don't go out very often. My most interaction off this farm is either the other farmers I've been killing for or Amish. And they're not. I mean, if an Amish guy comes up and tells me, hey, you're off Blake's Lakers, ain't you? I'd be like, I don't even know what to say right now. Like
I'm telling someone. Yeah,
I'm going to the Bishop right now.
I'm tattling.
Actually, I wouldn't go to the Bishop because that's like I lose a subscriber right there.
Yeah, for sure.
It's make it or break it for me right now. I don't have many.
You see, that's where you pull him if he's young enough. You pull him on Rumspringa and just be like, he's a hard worker. I know he's a hard worker. I can convert him. Listen, I'll just have him talk to Kyle, and he'll never go back. Like, just send him up to New Hampshire for like 2 weeks. I'm going to show him some stuff and send him back. I'll send you back the hardest blue-collar working, just redneck kid ever. Amish turned savage. A new class I'm offering. How to not be Amish.
You can subscribe for this low fee of $199.99.
We get raided by the FBI. It's like, you're running a cult here. I was like, no, I'm just getting some Amish.
No, I'm a cult breaker is what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm a cult breaker. I'm saving these people. Yes. Do I have them call me Grand Wizard? Of course I do. Why not? They don't know any better. They just got the internet. That's fantastic. And they're never going to find out. We could say the worst stuff and they'll never find out.
Yeah.
So you can also find me if you were watching on my YouTube channel, Backwoods Butcher. You can follow me. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment if you will. That makes the world go around. We need to push that more. Yes. Have people comment, please. Like the live chat is fantastic.
Oh yeah.
But on both the podcast and all of our actual YouTube channels. That was a good push. Please leave comments. Just even if it's a hi or good job, it helps us in the long run. It pushes us into the algorithm.
Yeah, Paul from Broken Arrow Farm, he's one that I want to try to pull in at some point.
Yes.
But he's been leaving a lot of comments on my channel, so I really appreciate it. It
Nice.
does get us farther into the algorithm, and I do enjoy chatting on there too. I'm pretty good right now at keeping up with it because I don't get a ton.
Right.
So
Right.
it's a good way to like ask questions and have one-on-one, with us on both of our channels.
Right. But I am at Backwoods Butcher 603 on everything. So that is also TikTok and Instagram. We are going to get a better push this week might be light. I am going to try to get back into it and get back in the vibe. So TikTok will be back. We were on a good run for a bit, and then it started slowing down. And yeah, so we will get back in there. And I will say it one last time, and I'm not even going to lie. I was going to say you'll never hear me say it again, but it's a lie. Go down into the description of this video after this. Email CBS and demand that they move me on to the next selection process for Survivor 47 or 48. Because I promise you, it will be an amazing section of television. It will go down in the history books. I promise you. I will make this as funny as humanly possible, just completely destroying grad students mentally. That's all I can imagine watching, like when I'm watching it. Because again, like right now, it's just like grad students, lawyer, like anesthetician, like very white collar jobs. And I think that's, again, it's funny to see white collar people on an island. And I see all these people laying around and I'm like, why are you laying around? This is my dream since I was like 7 to be alone on an island. I'm going to make crab traps. I'm going to do this because why not? So please go down to the description of that, copy paste onto the email that's right underneath it. You would be doing me a massive favor. And to everyone in the chat who said done, I think there were 3 or 4 people that said they sent it from 3 or 4 different emails.
Yeah.
So
yeah, my wife commented and said she sent
I saw that too.
emails.
Yeah. So we'll see. We might piss them off enough that they're like, who is this person?
Yeah. They're going to look you up on YouTube and they're like, this will be interesting. Done.
Jeff Probst is just going to come out of the shadows of like a long like table, and it's like, get him. So we will see. Well, everybody in the chat, we love you. Everyone listening to this after the fact, we also love you. We've been getting pretty decent numbers. Yeah. I need to, when we jump off this, I'll show you that. But we've been getting some pretty decent downloads, so we appreciate everyone who listens. And Joe, unless you got anything else you want to tag in, I think we're logging off for the night.
No, I think I'm good.
All right, everybody. Well, we appreciate you, and we hope you enjoyed the show.